So Fiona says she sends me $5. So thank you, Fiona. And she's got a question here with it where she says, how do I encourage him to be more in his masculine? So what you do is you just push him into the masculine role anytime you get a chance. And you can actually frame it in a way that makes it so that he feels like it's a really great idea. So you can do it in a few different ways, right? And I talk about this in the Love Frames Toolkit program that I have, but I'll give you some specific ideas right here, right now, so you can get what I'm talking about. So let's say that you like it when men act like a gentleman. You can either go kind of macro on that, or you can go specific on that. Macro would be just saying things like, I love it when you act like a gentleman, or, I really think it's so romantic when I see a guy acting like a gentleman and pulling out a woman's chair, or, walking on, the inside, like the street side of the road with a woman. It's like so romantic when he buys her flowers and, does all those things. And I don't know, it just fills me up with love. And I just feel like it's just so hot, and it just turns me on so much. Right. And so when you say things like that, basically what you're doing is it's called framing. You're taking a frame and you're saying this frame of this thing is attractive, it's hot, it's romantic, it's all these positive things. And then you put the frame on top of behaviors. And the behaviors are being a gentleman, being, pulling out chairs, buying a woman flowers, like doing all that kind of stuff. You're letting him know that you think that behavior is attractive. And so you want to look at masculine behaviors. What are masculine behaviors? Masculine behaviors are things like leading, or knowing what you're doing, or taking charge of things, or going after what he's passionate about in life, having a purpose and, a mission in life. And so there's a few different ways to kind of push him into it. One is to find areas or times when he can do that, and just being like, oh, I think this is your turn, this is your turn to do that. Or being like, hey, like it would be so awesome if you could do that. Or ask him for help, right? Just being like, hey, can you help out and, figure out where we're going or what we're going to do tomorrow? It would really, make me feel a lot better about, going out or whatever. Or you can catch him in the act. The other way is to catch him in the act. So he does something where he's just like, all right, this is what we're going to do. Right. And he says something like that. And that's a very masculine thing to say, right? If I come up and I'm like, okay, this is what's going on. Here's what we're going to do. Right. And you're like, ooh, that's so sexy when you talk like that. Right. You are kind of pushing him, right? You're framing the behavior as something that's attractive or hot, or something that you want him to do more of. And so that's a powerful way to encourage him. So anytime you look at those kinds of behaviors, you reward his behavior when he does it. You look at different behaviors that he can do that you think you'd want him to do, and then you frame those. You either frame it as being attractive when guys do it, or you frame it as him being attractive when he does it, or you reward him when after he does it for something that he's done. Those are the best ways to do it. Does that make sense, Fiona? I hope that makes sense for you. I hope that makes sense for you.